Hello my beautiful love goods, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm building another suburban house. This one is smaller than the ones that I have built previously or recently. I have just been in a suburban house kick lately, and I thought, you know what, I'll build another one because I'm enjoying it. And this one is actually for my own personal gameplay. What a shocker. I know. I rarely ever play actual families in The Sims. I usually just build houses. But yeah, I wanted to build a house for some Sims that I created. And this house is particularly built for a police officer. And the whole story is... I mean, it's kind of a rough story, but the whole idea is that maybe he, maybe he like left the force for an extended few years. He's like in his late 30s and he's getting back into it, and he's kind of starting fresh because he just moved to a new place, and he's just he's kind of working his way back up the career ladder. And yeah, and he basically is also, since he's moved, he's kind of found it to be a little bit difficult and expensive to live currently. So he's got himself a roommate now. He rents out a bedroom to someone, and, he's like in his like late 30s, and he's a police officer, and he's renting his extra bedroom out to this like young 25-year-old male nurse who's working his way through medical school so he can be a doctor. And I got myself some ideas for what might happen between the two of them. So it's gonna get saucy. Maybe I may or may not be getting the Wicked Whims mod just because forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. But I just wanted to play around with different gameplay because I don't really do that. I'm trying to train myself to stop overthinking things and just kind of do it, I don't know. I tend to not do anything ever because that's all I do is overthink. So yeah, but anyway, this house is available on the Sims 4 gallery. All you have to do is search my username lukeydean, that is LUKEYDEAN. It's in the description, by the way. And you can also search the hashtag Lukey, which is the same as the YouTube channel. It's just all lowercase. And yeah, it is a 2-bedroom and 1.5 bath house, and I built it on a 20 by 15 lot in Willow Creek, actually right next to the last house that I built that is on my channel currently. I just, I'm kind of into making this actual neighborhood like cohesive in some way. So I don't know. I'm trying right now currently to build on every single lot, because I haven't built on all the lots before. I know, surprise. But seriously, I don't really build on all of the lots. I tend to build on smaller lots, and I want to challenge myself more with the bigger lots and the lots that I don't really, build on, because some of them I'm just not that drawn to. I don't know. It's just little things. I tend to kind of, again, overthink, and I don't just do things. So, yeah, but anyway, this house, again, I didn't build it on a foundation because I don't know why. I'm just not really, like, whenever I try to build a foundation, it just feels weird. Like, I don't know. It just, I guess it's just because mainly the foundations in The Sims 4, they have like colored trims, and some of them match really well, some of them don't. And I just wish that there was more selection, and there was a loud truck passing by my house, and it's just infuriating. My house has really thin walls. But also I saw Sim Kim, a builder here on YouTube. She did this in one of her videos where she used a like one of those cone roofs with the glass roof on it, and it looked like a little planter there. And she actually mentioned someone else did it, and I can't remember, so I don't remember who did that originally. I'm sorry, but whoever did it, they're geniuses. So yeah, But anyway, this house is really, really cute, though. I'm kind of obsessed with it. I made sure to kind of go with different tones of, like siding. I went with like the light blue, and then I went with this dark bluish brick, and then I went with some white shutters as well. I wanted to kind of mix it up a bit because I think that's one of the bigger problems whenever I try to build suburban houses, is that I try to go matchy-matchy, and I try to make everything, too uniform, I guess. And so I need to like break everything up with like different tones and different sidings and stuff. And and I also, again, I've been really, really into doing these like dining rooms with a lot of windows that are like the big modern windows. And this house obviously is a little bit smaller, so I couldn't really do like really elaborate things. The floor plan was pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of strange, but it works. I've played in it, and it actually does work pretty okay. The kitchen's kind of in a weird orientation, but it works. I'm trying to not be such a perfectionist about this stuff. I just want it to kind of flow well and be usable and just, be decent, I guess. So, anyway, this house, though, the bedrooms, there is a master bedroom, and then next to that is just a really simple guest room that the sim that owns this house is renting out to. Well, I'm saying that he's renting it out, but like, you know how it is in The Sims. It's just they're both living there. They're roommates. But I'm really, really excited because the Sim's name is Colton Elders. I usually just randomize my names in the game because I can't ever think of any, and that name sounded kind of neat. And I can imagine people just calling him Colt. And he's like working his way into the detective career right now from Get to Work. And I'm also going to be playing his roommate, Levi Robbins, that's his name, and he is working his way in the medical career. So we're gonna see how that unfolds. I am kind of excited because I love playing those careers from Get to Work, but I've never actually played the detective career all that much. And I want to get back into it. And see right here, I was like, oh, this whole room is going to be a master bedroom, and then I was going to cut it off, but then it looked weird. But eventually I do come back and I do cut that room off. I could have probably done a better job, but I do like how it came out in the end. The aesthetic of this house, it really like gives me that vibe of like, he's got taste, but he's still pretty masculine, typical, I guess, for his like decor options and stuff. So I'm not sure, but I really like it nonetheless, and it works really, really well. So do let me know what you all think. The kitchen is a bit strange. I don't know about the colors. I like it, but I'm just like, it's different, I guess. And so but anyway, there is also laundry in this house, by the way. I'm trying to put that in every single build. That's like a totally optional thing in The Sims 4. If you don't want there to be laundry, you can just delete the washer dryer and put a shower in that bathroom instead, and it can be like a second bathroom. But because I know it can be a little bit annoying sometimes with Sims games and laundry and stuff. Some people don't like it. Some people love it. I personally like it because it adds a bit of realism to the game. But and especially when I'm building, it's just nice to like have a room that is the laundry room. And in this house, it's obviously like a half bath laundry space area thing. So but also really quickly, this kitchen, I actually did player test it, and unfortunately, I put too much stuff on the countertops. But you can either use move objects and like move the counter away and then put the item there and then move the counter back, or you can just delete the objects off the counter completely to clear it up. Because I didn't think about counter space very well there. So it works though. It can work. It's just you need to remove that stuff. And again, like I've been mentioning in my recent videos, I'm trying to use content that I don't normally use. Like there are items in the game that I really love, but then I just never use them because I'm too nervous to use them because what if they don't work? What if they look weird? What if it's like, but then I need to stop thinking like that because like it's a Sims 4 build. It's not real life. It can be changed. It doesn't have to be perfect. So yeah, but I really, really like the kitchen and the dining space there. And then the living space is a little small, but it's a small house, so you can't really expect much with that. I do think I could have probably omitted that dining space or moved it towards the front and then used that as the living room area. Maybe if that's what you want, you can do that and then make the rest of the house maybe like a bedroom or another study or something. But I just really liked the idea of it being kind of like a house that he got that, you know, he just bought it. And so it's not like, you know, some stuff came with it and some stuff he changed out. So it's a little bit mixed and matched here and there. So yeah, and I was going to use those curtains from the base game, but they looked really frilly, and they just did not work with the overall style that I was trying to go for in this house. Even though they looked pretty good with the colors and everything, it's just, it didn't really fit the aesthetic that I wanted to like deliver, because, you know, with a lot of interior design, you know, there's certain decisions that you have to make to deliver the appropriate message, whether it's like, this is a family home, this is a home for a single person, this is a home for young people, this is a home for old people, this is a home for kids, etc. You know, there's a lot of like little decisions that you have to make stylistically in order to deliver that message. And so yeah, I think that it's kind of a mixed message right now in this house, but over time I think it can be easily developed into something different. So yeah, I rambled a lot there. I'm not sorry, but hey, but here we are moving on to the living room. I did use these really rustic floorboards from Jungle Adventure. I was trying out a few things that I wasn't really liking, and then I just saw that and I was like, oh yeah, it looks kind of good. The really dark color mixed with that rustic like texture, it just really works well with this house. It gives it an older vibe, and I don't know. It just looks good, I think. And I tried to use these high back couches and the couch and the chair there, but I was like, no, this is like, feels like old, like elderly Sims living here, and putting these like modern, sort of modern, what are they called? Seating things. Love seat. Yeah, that's what it's called, Luke. Putting the modern love seat and chair there really kind of livened it up a bit and gave it, you know, a newer, fresher look, I guess. And even mixed with like the traditional stuff, it looks really good, I think. And also in front of the fireplace there, I put the it's like a little tong set from the like backyard set, I think. Is it Cool Kitchen or Backyard Stuff? I'm not sure. It could be either one. But I kind of like was like, oh, maybe that's like the fire poker, you know. We don't have that in The Sims 4 for some reason. Like, I remember we used to have that as a decor item in The Sims 3, and it was just like a little fire poker set, and I really wish we had that. So I don't know. Here's to hoping that they make stuff like that. But yeah, but anyway, that actually brings up a question. What are some things that you all would like to see in The Sims 4? Like, what is some content that you would like EA to make? Leave that in the comments down below. Personally, you know me, I love building tiny houses sometimes, and I think having a pack-oriented, maybe even a stuff pack, or even a game pack even, but primarily a stuff pack that is more oriented to tiny house living or tiny space minimal living or something like that would be really fun, like a little refrigerator or a little stove. Or I would also really love like a stove top where it's just like the range that is like on the counter. I would love that, because you see that in some CC that I've used in the past. I would really like that to be in the actual game itself, because I don't know, I think that in some cases it would actually look really good instead of a full-on stove or oven or whatever. But yeah, and also I would really, really, really like to have bunk beds and spiral staircases, of course. We are going to be getting terrain tools. They are a little bit limited in comparison to the way they used to be back in the day when it comes to The Sims 3, but I am very optimistic about them, because they are obviously going to add a whole new gameplay content. What am I saying? Gameplay aspect when it comes to building. It's going to really change things up. But at the same time, they did talk about things that they know that people want with terrain tools, but they're taking one step at a time with them. So most likely we might get some things with terrain tools that we used to have, but they're taking it one little baby step at a time just to make sure it doesn't completely break everything, because I can imagine that doing one little thing like that, especially terrain manipulation, which is a total game changer in The Sims 4, I think that can be pretty big, and so it's easier for them to kind of break it up and then do one little thing at a time, so that they can get actual content out without it just being too much at once. So yeah, but anyway, I honestly can't think of anything else that I would like to see in The Sims 4 personally. The new expansion pack is coming out soon-ish. It's on the 16th, I believe, is when it is going to be released. I'm mildly interested, honestly. I haven't really checked out the build buy mode items. I need to actually watch a review so that I know what I'm getting, because why do I need to surprise myself? I need to know what I'm paying for. So yeah, I'm going to probably watch that later today, just so that I can get a good idea of Get Famous as a pack, because at the end of the day, I'm not that interested in the content for gameplay purposes. I don't really care about like celebrity sims and all that stuff. I think it's interesting, and I do think that it can be fun to play with that, but it's not what I'm like looking for in The Sims 4 personally. Like, I sometimes like to play The Sims for just like the team, just like playing with Sims and stuff, but for the most part, as you can see for my channel, I'm a builder. I love to build houses, and that's kind of been in the way it is. That's kind of how it has been. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm losing my mind right now. But that's how it has been for like several years. I've been really enjoying just the building aspect of The Sims, and it's been great. I really enjoy it, and I'm pretty excited because I did see some like shots of like a street from Get Famous, from the world. It's Del Sol Valley. Can I make a little nitpickiness? It's just the only nitpickiness that I have is the name of the world. It's just like, I know that language is made up and we just make it up and it's just all that nonsense. But like, it's Del Sol and then Valley. And it's like, Del Sol is the sun. Like, it's just the sun in Spanish, and it's literally the Sun Valley. I don't know. I just think they could have, made up a little bit of a better name, because like the name for the world that came with Jungle Adventure, Selva Dorada. Ooh, like it took me a while to say it properly, but it's a really pretty name for a world like that, Selva Dorada, like Selva Dorada, But yeah, I'm excited to see the world nonetheless, because I did see like a street shot, and it looked like kind of like suburban, urban kind of in California vibe, and I'm just kind of here for it. So there's not a lot of lots, I've heard, which is a downside to it, but I don't really build on a lot of lots anyway. I mean, when was the last time that y'all saw me build on a 30 by 40 lot or a 40 by 30 lot? I'm waiting. Exactly. I haven't built on one for like ever, because I always build on 30 by 20 or smaller, and that's pretty much it. Like this one is a 20 by 15, this smallest lot that you can get. Technically, though, there is a lot in the Sylvan Glade area. It's like the hidden world in Willow Creek, and it's a 10 by 15 lot. I have built on it in the past. I built a tiny house there. I honest to goodness think I'm going to do another house build on that lot. But is there other lots in the game? I don't know if there is one for Oasis Springs. I know there is one for like the aliens, Sixum. So just let me know. I don't play this game enough, like with The Sims. Actually, I just build. So yeah, but here is the master bedroom. I've already pretty much finished it, but I really, really like the master bedroom because it gives me the vibe of like a guy, like a typical mask guy in his 30s, lives in this room, and it's pretty nice. I like it myself. I like the color scheme. It's very cool, and it's very masculine and bold. When I say masculine, I don't mean it in a certain way. I mean it in the stereotypical way that people say it. You know what I mean? I like dark colors and like deep blues and deep like black and gray and dark browns. When it's all put together like that, like this color scheme put together, it is a more masculine scheme. Like, these colors can be used separately with other colors and not be that kind of scheme, but in this case it is because of the way that they're combined. So, and I made the guest room. I kind of imagine that maybe the sim, you know, that owns the house has a sister or something, or, you know, maybe he just has a friend that, you know, maybe came over and kind of helped him pick out paint colors and stuff because he was unsure about his guest room. He wanted it to be usable and friendly, but it's so small he didn't really know what to do. So they just they made everything kind of white and light blue and just soothing. And you know, he left one of the walls like a dark color so it like looks nice and cohesive. But I just put like a little writing desk in here. Just a very, very simple guest room. This is the room that Levi will be staying in, so I'm pretty excited. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned, because I may have put the two Sims into some questionable outfits, and I didn't use CC, so yeah, I got creative. Let's say that. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this build, though. Remember, you can find it on the gallery. There is no custom content, so it's just there in the game. And if you don't have all the packs, this actually would look really well like done with just base game. So that would be a fun challenge, I guess. But speaking of packs, if you want to get discount packs or game packs at a discount, check out my Instant Gaming link. It is an affiliate link, and it will take you to Instant Gaming, which is a website where you can buy game codes at a discount. And they have all the Sims 4 packs currently right now, and they're at a pretty good deal, no lie. And you can find the Sims 4 Get Famous for pre-order for only $31 currently, at least from when I checked it. That's probably where I'm going to be pre-ordering mine if I do get it, which I probably will, because you know me, I'm a sucker for content. So yeah, and you can find all the others as well as there, except for the stuff packs. They're not cheaper. They're more expensive in some cases. I don't really know why. I guess it's just demand versus how many they have and like profit margins. I don't know. But yeah, that's just how it is. Check it out. It's a pretty legit site. I've bought things from it before. I'm not just saying that because it's an affiliate link. It actually is legitimate. I've heard other people talk about it as well on YouTube, so it's all good. But yeah, that's basically it for this video. Check out my Ko-fi page as well if you want to support the channel there. It's basically like an online tip jar. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird and beware of the nargles.
Every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way. We got everything here, at least to stay alive. And the time that we share makes it all worthwhile. Got this place on our own. Do you feel that we got something strong? And I saw you